Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds on a ketogenic way of eating and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Welcome back everyone. I'm so excited. Today I'm introducing a new segment on my channel called Transformations with Tammy. And I have my very first guest, Lynnventure. If you haven't checked out her channel, I'm going to go ahead and link that in the About section below. And I definitely want you to check out and follow her on her journey. What we're doing today is we're getting started with coaching. Yes?
What we're doing today is scary.
Yes. She's nervous, can't you tell? You're fine. It's going to be okay. I'm going to help set you up for success, and I promise if you do everything that I ask you to do, you will lose weight. Okay. So 100% guarantee. I've done this before. All right. So what we're doing is I'm going to show you guys what I do when I do coaching. So I have a couple of spots available, only 2. And starting at the end of February, I'm not going to have any spots available. So if you're looking to get into coaching, definitely send me an email, ketochaos@gmail.com, and it's $120 for a 4-week course of coaching. And I will be right there with you wherever you are right now, and I'll take you where you start and move you forward. So how much do you know about keto at this point? How much experience do you have with it?
Well, you and I talked about it.
Yeah.
And the other bit. So I know that. And then also, I know it's like the Atkins.
Yes.
That's about it.
That's about it.
But that's it. That's
okay.
about everything, right?
Well, I mean, Atkins, if you understand Atkins.
I understand Atkins.
It's very similar to that in Atkins induction, only it's a little bit more defined and it has a little bit more, it's developed a lot more since Dr. Atkins. But he was brilliant. Dr. Atkins, good job, because you were on the right track. In fact, one of the books that I've read to study this is called The New Atkins for a New You, which is written by Drs. Finney, Volek, and Westman, all 3 great, awesome ketogenic doctors and scientists who currently research keto. I actually have my handy-dandy pinned post. This is how long it is. It's not super long. I think it's 9 whole pages, but I could probably make it smaller print. This is what you will find for free on my Facebook page if you join my Facebook group. I also send it for free through email if you just send me an email, ketochaos@gmail.com. I will send it to you free of charge. And of course, it gives you all of the stepping stones and ways to move forward in this diet. And it has everything that you need to get started. So you don't even really need me because you got me right here.
Except I need you to hold my hand.
Yes, and that is what I'm going to do. And so we're going to go through this really quickly on camera. I'm just going to give you a kind of an idea of what I do to get you started. And then off camera, we'll talk privately, and we will talk privately a lot over the next couple of weeks. I like to keep my coaching part of it private so that we don't have to share it with the world. But would you be willing to get back together with me in a couple of weeks? Maybe talk about some struggles that you've had, successes that you've had, how things are going?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I would love to share that with other people.
Okay, so we'll make a plan. I'll be back in a couple of weeks and we'll check in with Lynn. Okay, look right here. Has the 5 things that you need to get started, okay? So number 1, a food scale, vital. Number 2, electrolytes. This is my soapbox issue. A lot of keto teachers don't really talk about electrolytes enough. You cannot be successful eating low carb in any way without electrolytes. So that's a big one. Number 3, a tracker on your phone or even on paper where you keep track of the food that you're eating. You're probably aware of that since you've been trying to do weight loss and keeping track of your things, right?
Well, when I lost 60 pounds in 2018, I used my FitnessPal.
Okay, so it's really similar to my FitnessPal. I actually don't recommend it.
It says my FitnessPal.
It does.
Oh.
I actually don't recommend it thoroughly because I don't feel like it's as accurate as some other ones that are now available.
Oh.
So I'll talk to you about that in a second. And then measuring tape to measure your body. I won't make you do that in front of the video. You need to measure and track your inches lost because the scale does not always tell the whole story. And a digital weight scale, which I'm sure we all have, right? That's easy enough. This right here is my macros chart. I didn't come up with this chart. This is not my personal property. It's actually was written by one of the girls who helped me when I got kicked out of a certain Facebook group that shall not be named. They have their own macros chart. It's based on the same science, but like I said, like I've always said, it's not the exact amount of macros that's going to make you successful. It's the general idea of them that will help you. So what you do is we have females and males on here, and you just find your height. It's super easy. So how tall are you?
About 5'8.5".
Okay, so let's go 5'9", make sure we give you a little bit of extra calories. So 5'9", 125 grams of protein per day, 86 grams of fat, 20 grams of net carbs. I gave 20 grams of net carbs across the board. You can be in ketosis and eat a little bit more than that, and some people recommend eating less than that. I find that 20 works for pretty much every single person on the planet, so that's why I recommend 20. But, you know, if you go over by 5, it's not going to kill you. You know, it's not going to kick you out of ketosis. If you go over by 10 or 20, you might not get into ketosis. So it is important. It's the most important number. All of these numbers are important, but the first most important is under 20, and the second most important is actually protein. Most keto people will tell you that fats are what you have to worry about when you're on keto. No. Do you see this stuff here? We have fat. Lots of it. If you have fat on your body, you don't need as much fat on your plate. And that is where my version of keto differs from all the other ketogenic people out there, is that it's using your body fat instead of your plate fat to help you lose weight. And that's what we want, right? So I will show you later how to, maybe off camera, I'm not sure how much we'll do on camera, how to set up your macros in your tracker on your phone, but that's how you're going to do it. This is basically a schedule that Dr. Finney gives on his blog at vertahealth.com, and I will link, of course, Dr. Finney's information in the About section below. But this is his fat intake chart. As you begin, when you have a lot of body fat, you're going to intake a lot less fat. As you lose weight and you decide you want to stop losing weight, you're going to intake more fat. If you choose to go off of keto later, you can, but you have to be super, super careful that you don't all of a sudden just throw all the carbs back in and get a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain in your joints. A lot of people find that keto is just a new way of life and they just stick to it. And the way they do that is they just eat enough calories to not lose weight and they keep their carbs low.
So I have something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
So I really, right now, I weigh 266 today, and I really want to weigh 244.
244.
So that's 22 pounds. So I would like us together to do the 22 pounds.
Oh, you think I'm going to do 22 pounds?
No.
Okay, good.
You work with me to lose 22 pounds.
Yeah. I could do that. I'm not losing 22 pounds, guys.
No.
I could, but I don't think I want to right now.
No, me lose the 22 pounds.
Oh, I'm good with that.
You just hold my hand.
Okay, yes.
You're in charge of hand holding.
So your goal working with me is to make it to the 22 pounds lost. Yeah. Got it.
Well, to 244.
Yeah, to 244. That's the magic number.
Yeah, because last time I weighed, it was 266, but it might have been a few days ago or something.
I like the twos. Two is my lucky number, and multiple twos or multiplications of 2 makes me happy. So I like that number 244. One thing I will tell you that having a pounds goal in a moment of time is probably not as good as having an action goal. So I'm going to set with you goals of what you're going to do each day in order to achieve your goal. And then the pounds are just going to be the happy frosting on the cake.
They're going to be the side effects.
Right. And so we're not going to set a time limit on how long that's going to take. But I will tell you, it probably will be quicker than you might imagine. At least it was for me. So we'll see. You just never know. There's lots of factors that go into play with people. Electrolytes, everybody's least favorite subject. I noticed that you've been drinking a lot of water. She's got this here. And if you've been watching her channel, you'll see that she has a water challenge where she's trying to drink, 5 of those a day?
4. It's 100 ounces.
100 ounces of water a day through a straw, which is supposed to help you get more of it down. And I agree with that. I think that's a brilliant concept.
That was Winnie Lou.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add electrolytes to that water. So I'm going to give you the amounts and stuff later, but the very general amount is that if you're on a keto way of eating, or even if you're just eating anti-inflammatory at all, you need 5,000 milligrams of sodium a day.
Woo! Okay, but the thing is, how do I get 5,000? Just this water thing?
Yeah, so it's...
Well, I mean, I saw a bouillon thing, but do I do a bouillon
you can do bouillon. So it basically is however it's palatable and doesn't make you barf, because a lot of people can't handle it.
But how am I getting... I must be getting 5,000 now.
Oh, no way. Track it and see.
Oh, well then why do I need more?
You don't need as much when you are eating a standard American diet, when you're eating carbs, because your body holds water. But when you go on a ketogenic way of eating, you're basically anti-inflammatory. Your body holds nothing. And so you'll find you will all of a sudden spend a lot of time in the restroom, more time than maybe even with the 100 ounces of water. You will flush the electrolytes out. And so it's like, you have to imagine like they're just constantly leaving and you're just constantly replacing. And it's like this cycle where it just keeps going. And you'll know, because you will get, if you don't get enough, or if you waited too long, you will get headaches, tiredness, your muscles will start to feel weak. You'll think that you're sick. In fact, I taught my sister how to do this. She's my favorite. Sorry, Angela. I know you're probably watching this. She is my favorite story because I did this with her. I sat down with her and I talked to her about electrolytes and I drilled it into her head and I told her how bad she was needing it and she thought she was getting enough. And one day, about 2 weeks in, she calls me from Walmart. I am dying. She's like, I'm literally going to die. I'm in Walmart. I can't drive home. I can't think. Nothing is working. I'm literally dying. This diet is killing me. There's no way it's going to work for me. I'm dying. And I said, walk to the salt aisle right now. Some sea salt up. I want you to pour some in your hand and I want you to shoot it. She took me very literally and she went like this. She popped it in her mouth and it went down her throat and she coughed and sputtered. And I'm like, no. Lick it out of your hand or something. Don't just breathe it. Called me back in 10 minutes and she goes, it's a miracle. I feel normal. I totally feel fine. And I'm like, see, I told you. It's the electrolytes. And it's the only reason that Dr. Atkins failed. Mm-hmm. I think Atkins would have become a lot more well accepted if he had understood the electrolyte balance better. If he had known to tell people to just eat salt, he would have been successful and he wouldn't have gotten vilified, which is what happened because so many people got sick on his diet. They didn't think that it was sustainable long term. Now, this is something you will have to do if you stay on keto for the rest of your life. You will have to worry about your sodium intake forever. And that can be kind of daunting, especially at first, because a lot of people have been drilled into their heads that sodium is bad. There's all these low sodium products like Mrs. Dash, and we're always taught that sodium can cause like heart disease and all blood pressure and all kinds of things. It's actually mostly not true. And the studies, if you go on Dr. Finney's blog, he has a whole list of reasons why, and he has studies that prove it and why those studies that they used were not actually correctly done. And so there's a lot of information out there, but suffice it to say, you don't need to know all that scientific information. You just need to trust me. And it won't taste good, and you probably will have a hard time doing it at first, but your body builds up a tolerance to it to the point where you just can drink it. Like I can drink 4 tablespoons at once, no problem. But like at the beginning, I could barely do 1 without getting really sick to my stomach. So,
okay, so
we'll work on that.
Wait a minute. Let me just make sure I know what we're talking about here.
Okay.
When you say drink 1, I'm going to put salt in water and drink it?
Yep.
Why can't I
That's the basic of it.
Why can't I take salt capsules?
You can if you want to spend the time to put it in the capsules. They're hard to buy. You can take salt pills. You can actually, the best way to do it that way is to swallow salt rocks. I know that sounds weird, but you buy, you know, like the pink crystals, the little tiny salt, and you just weigh out how much you need, and you just pop some and drink water and pop some and drink water. You can do it like that. I've done it like that in a pinch. In fact, I always carry extra salt crystals around with me in my purse. So if I forget my Solé water and I'm out and I go, oh no, I haven't had my salt, I'm starting to feel laggy, I'll just pop some in my mouth and then swallow it. Or chew it up or whatever. It's gross, I know, but it's so awesome. You get to where you like it. Okay. I know, it's the worst part. It's worst part, but it's also the easiest thing. I don't know why people get so worried about it because it's way easier than not eating sugar.
I can see that.
So I mentioned that one because that one will hit you hard really quickly. So that's basically all of the information that's in here. It has a list at the end of like my shopping list and, you know, ideas of what you can buy. So you have the basic idea of what you're going to need to get started. So you have your macros, you have your electrolytes information, you have your shopping list. I have a lot of videos on my channel about how to create your own meal plan. I don't do meal plans. There's a couple of reasons why. Number one, everyone's meals are different. Everyone thinks the things that they like are different, and you should go with the things that you like. And number two, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm literally nobody. I'm just somebody who lost 200 pounds doing this, and I'm teaching you how I did it. but I don't have any degrees and I don't have any like medical knowledge to give you what you should exactly eat. That's up to you. So what you do is you take your top proteins that are your favorite and you write it down. Your top veggies that are your favorite, you write it down. And you practice putting it in your tracker until you get where you like what it looks like. And then you try eating that and see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, then tomorrow we start over, right? Tomorrow we go, oh, I totally hated doing that. We're never doing that again.
That's what I talk about all the time.
Yes,
we can start over. We can start over in the middle of the day. We start next time.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm not really worried about any of that. Like, I think I got that.
Okay.
Right? My concern is food thoughts.
Okay.
Cravings.
Yep.
And wanting to eat late at night.
Oh, that's so hard. That was ours too. We used to sit and watch TV every single night. The huge bowl of popcorn. Like, that was our thing. Even after we lost weight on a different diet, and that was our thing, we still did it because they told us it was low carb. Well, it is kind of low carb, but not low enough for us. Especially anyone who's insulin resistant or has any problem with diabetes, no popcorn. So we had to find new ways to deal. One of the ways we deal is that we actually choose to eat late at night. People think it's crazy. I tell them we eat at 9 or 10 at night a lot. And there's kind of a rhyme and a reason, even though that's the flow of our family because we homeschool and they do dance till late at night. It's also for me and Dave's sake, so we don't get the munchies at night. We also do have safe snacks that we can eat, like sugar-free Jell-O, that if we're really feeling like we're going to die from the cravings or the munchies, we can go and eat 6 of those things, and they do nothing. They literally have, like, nothing in them. They're, like, just filler. 6 of them will fill you nice and full, and you will feel really happy. So things like that are a good option. Keeping yourself very busy. Having things to do, like on my phone, I play Candy Crush a lot because it distracts me. Sometimes I will make myself watch TV, fold laundry, and play Candy Crush. I'm a multitasker, but I keep myself extremely busy so I don't think about those things. Another trick is squinting. When other people are having things around you that you really want to have, you just try hard not to see it. So we call it squinting. I got that from Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. She's way more strict than me, but she just doesn't see it. She squints past it. Okay, there's my keto food. I don't see those carbs. Keep the carbs away. And so that is one really good trick. I have lots of videos about all these subjects. I have gone into depth, especially about stress eating, emotional eating, how to keep yourself from connecting food to those things. And I will give you a list of all those videos. And I probably should, at this point, make a playlist for mental health because that's really the truth. That's the hardest part. It's changing up here our thoughts about ourselves, our thoughts about food. Stop connecting food to experiences. Stop the fear of missing out. You know, like especially we just went through the holidays. I made it all the way through the holidays without missing out on anything. I didn't have to eat anything because I have all these new things that are my things that I choose to bring and have, and I still celebrate with food. It's just different food. And you have to it's a lot of years we've been alive. You have to convince yourself that food isn't the holiday. It's the being with the people and the family and friends and all of that. Having those experiences, it's experiences, not food. Food just tends to be connected because it's very comforting. And we can find new comfort things that make us happy, but it's better to find things and experiences versus foods. Foods should be the last resort, but they're still a resort. You're never going to cure that right away overnight. It's impossible. So you start with your list of things to do and you force yourself, just like you were telling me with the writing. So she's helping me with some of this finance stuff that I've been working on. I've been talking to you guys about my budget. She's helping me, but it's the same kind of thing where you write down a list of things you require to do when you're stressed or anxious. You have to do at least 3. And then you can choose to use one of your safe foods. And they have to be keto safe. So Jell-O's the top of the list because it's the least damaging. Won't hurt you in any way. Other than giving you a sweet craving later maybe. But it's a good one. I mean, I use that one with a lot. Sugar-free gum can work as well. Heavy cream, cream cheese, fats. So that you want to avoid fats, large fats, when you're trying to burn fat. But if it's between you're going to go out and get a Twinkie or a McDonald's hamburger with a bun, or you're going to make up some heavy cream and cream cheese with some sweetener and eat that, always err on the side of low carb if you're going to eat something. And just today, you won't lose weight. And tomorrow, you won't wake up 10 pounds heavier, which is what will happen if you go on a carb binge. You'll wake up miserable the next day, and your stomach will hurt, and you'll be like sick and lethargic and miserable. Whereas if you just eat extra fat, you just didn't lose a pound that day. I'm hoping that you will write down some of your challenges, write down your successes, so that when we meet together again, we both have our ideas of the things that we should talk about that might be helpful to our viewers, because I know a lot of you guys are just starting out. It's the first of the year. It can be daunting. January is miserable, guys. I have a really hard time in January, and I am literally telling myself to be happy. I am commanding it. I am intentionally causing it this month because I struggle every single year, and I've been prepared. I know it's coming. So like, that's why I saw this shirt in Walmart, and it was literally the exact amount that I had left for my personal budget for the week. I about died. I about died because it was normally like $13, and I looked at it several times. It's actually a PJ shirt. It's so soft and squishy. I love it so much. It makes me happy in multiple ways. Yeah, see? It's soft, right? And when we were in Walmart, I was spending my last $25, and I had bought this exact amount of stuff, and I saw the shirt, and I was like, oh, it's on sale! $7! I didn't go over budget! I was very proud, and I was teaching my kids that I could afford it because I had $7 left. And my kids were like, oh, okay, budget. This is new for them, too. So it's the same kind of thing as you're going through your day. You have your macro. Be proud when you get the macros right. Don't beat yourself up when you don't. Write down your stresses and talk to me about it. Message me at any time. I do Marco Polo texts, so you can visually talk to me because that's easier than just typing. But sometimes I'll have a really quick question. Just type it, text it to me, or send it on Messenger, and I'll respond right away. So there's multiple ways that and then of course we'll get together. Now normally I won't be able to get together with you if you're living across the country, but we do meet together on Marco Polo at least 2 to 3 times a week is what I usually go for. And the nice thing about Marco Polo is that you can send your message at 3 in the morning if that's when you're feeling like you want to talk to me, and I can talk to you at 2 o'clock the next day if that's when I can get to it. And that works really good for me. That's why typing the most important questions and Marco Poloing our feelings really works.
What would you think about making a video of my questions?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Because that might be helpful.
Sure, if you write down all of the things you think of, and we can both be writing them down so we can compare notes. But yeah, we'll have those questions. There's lots. There's going to be a lot. And I'm used to being asked, so please don't stop yourself from asking, because I have people asking me questions who I'm not coaching 24/7.
Okay.
Like all the time.
All right.
This, I'll tell you, it's not hard at all. You won't even be hungry. Okay. In fact, number one question I get asked, do I have to still eat all my protein if I'm not hungry? Oh. And I'll tell you right now, the answer is yes.
The answer would be yes. I know. Yeah.
Yes. And people think it's terrible that you're not listening to your body and eating intuitively. And I'm like, you know what? You obviously don't understand. Your body obviously doesn't understand how to eat intuitively, or you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. We have to tell our bodies what to do for a long time. I'm finally to the place that I feel like my body gets it. But that's 3 years in. And I only just now got to this place where I feel like I got this, which is why I can move on to something else, like the budget.
That's right. You're ready.
Yes. All right. So that's it for getting started with coaching. I'm going to walk her through this step by step. If that's something that you might be interested, don't forget to email me at ketochaos@gmail.com, and I will get you started on that. Like I said, I only have a couple of spots, and I'm not going to be coaching all spring. So if you're wanting to get in on this, now's the time. And I just wanted to thank Lynn for being here on my program and this exciting new segment I've been wanting to do. I'm so glad I found somebody willing to let me guinea pig them. It's so fun. And don't forget,
like I need to reiterate that I am scared.
I can tell. You seem a little nervous. No reason to be scared. Let it go. You know what? Because even if it doesn't work, you can always just not do it anymore.
My hands are sweating.
Yeah, maybe a little. You got this. You can do it. I promise. And trust me, I understand. Because remember, I was almost 400 pounds when I started this. And the diet, the whole thing seemed so huge and impossible. I love that you've broken it down into this little 22-pound goal. That's like one of the very first steps to do. So you're already on your way.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of doable. Especially since I lost 60 pounds.
Right,
before.
exactly.
The thing is, like, I feel kind of gun shy or something. I did maintain all through the holidays, and I was really happy about that because the holidays,
That's a miracle.
lot of people gain.
I didn't even do that.
A lot of people gain through the holidays. So I have completely maintained all the way through the holidays by eating vegetables, drinking my water. I exercise.
Yes.
You know, and I eat plenty of meat. I still eat plenty of meat. I mean, I'm clearly going to be eating more. But, oh, and I should ask that. What about vegetables?
You can eat any vegetables that aren't starchy. So pretty much if it's green, it's safe.
Okay.
And also cauliflower is like the genius vegetable. It's the most important one.
Okay. Like, so really I just need to worry about, I can't do potatoes.
Yep. No potatoes or any type of potato. The only squash that really is good is spaghetti squash and pumpkin.
No zucchini?
Zucchini's good. I don't count it as a squash. What is a zucchini? I guess it's a
summer squash is fine.
Yeah.
Squash.
You just have to look.
Oh, no butternut?
Yeah. That one's iffy.
Because I eat butternut, but I don't eat sweet potatoes.
Okay, but you can have a piece of butternut squash. You just have to make sure that it's a small enough piece to fit in your macros. Mm-hmm. It's not super strict that way. Like, you can still have, as long as it's under 20 carbs, you can use your whole 20 carbs for one thing and just not eat vegetables for the rest of the day if butternut squash is really important to you today.
So do I need to count the carbs in the vegetables?
Yes, but subtract the fiber.
What?
Yeah. It's a new one.
Is this the
It's called net carbs, and you can set it. You can set it on your tracker to just do it for you.
I've heard about net carbs. Yeah.
So basically, fiber doesn't really digest and doesn't really process in your body; it just goes through your body. So we don't count fiber in things. So that when I say 20 net carbs, that's what I mean. Your total carbs might be like 50, but your net will be 20. I highly recommend not doing bars or lots of keto-fied things, and stick to real whole foods as much as you can, especially as you're getting the hang of it. Later on, you can add those things back in. But it's better, I think, to like keep track of it when everything is just pieces of food. So on chicken, vegetable, cheese. Okay, so I've given you all the tools that you need to get started. Are you excited?
No, I'm scared. I mean, I really am scared.
Okay,
I kind of think it's okay for me to feel scared because a lot of people start and they're all enthusiastic and excited and everything, and about the third day, it just kind of goes south. So I'm thinking being a little bit apprehensive might be on my side.
Safer.
And then, as I go along and have success and feel better, then I can get excited. But I mean, it does feel scary to me.
Okay. I understand that. I'm definitely going to come from that place, and I'm going to remember that you're a little bit nervous, and I'm going to baby step you through it, try and help you feel comfortable. And I guarantee you, after a few days, you're going to get a handle on it, and you're going to be totally on board and totally fine.
Okay, great.
All right.
I look forward to that.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being on my channel. I'm looking forward to coaching you. And thanks so much to all of you for hanging in and watching us. Don't forget to subscribe to Lynn's channel to check out her progress. And we'll talk to you all again soon.